All right, so today I want to share something with you that I think is having a big, super huge impact on your freight broker business, and you might not even know it. Sometimes we're too focused on building the business that we can't really see the things that are having the biggest impacts on the business. So I want to help bring that to your attention today. Now, in order to be a successful business owner, you have to be willing to separate yourself from the masses of people, from most people. Because most people that start businesses are not successful. So what do you need to do to separate yourself from most people? Why is it that most people are not successful as business owners? Well, I believe it's because in a business, you're required to do and have an understanding of a lot of different things. You have to be a good person at developing and taking instruction. You have to be good at taking action. You have to be good at working, delegating work. You have to be good at leadership, managing people sometimes, managing yourself. And most people are not good at all of those things. Now, here's the trick. You don't have to be good at those things starting out, but you do have to be willing to develop understanding. You have to be willing to want to become good at those things. And at the end of the day, most people don't want it enough to really commit themselves and dedicate themselves over longer periods of time. So if we're dealing in reality, what are your chances of becoming a successful business owner? Well, I think we probably should look at it this way. Let's take a look at entrepreneur.com. It says that about 30% of businesses still remain after a 10-year period of time. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that 30% are successful. It just means that 30% remain. Now, you would think that they have a measure of success if they're still in business after a 10-year period of time, but that doesn't necessarily mean that. So let's just say of the 30%, about 20% of those businesses are successful businesses. So after 10 years, 20% chance. So you got about a 20% chance of being a successful business owner according to the averages. Now, what's even more so important to me than just what my chances are is how I impact my chances. You see, what I've seen in this business is that a lot of people fail in this business because they come into the business with too big of a lifestyle. Lifestyle dominates everything, all of their money, and instead of having money to build a business, they are expecting that the business will start to turn a profit immediately and take care of them and their lifestyle. So here's what happens. You put unnecessary pressure on yourself, on your business, because your lifestyle is too big for your business. Instead of looking at your lifestyle and saying, hey, I'm going to downsize my lifestyle to accommodate my building of a business, what you do is figure out a way to try and pay your bills and still maintain your business. To take the pressure off of your business, it would be a good idea to at least consider changing some things as far as how you're doing business financially. Because the less pressure you have on yourself, on your business, the more comfortably you can grow that business. I want to give you an example right here. My truck that you see in the background, I don't pay any payments on it. All I pay is insurance and fuel, and I drive it as much as I need to. Anywhere I need to go, I drive that vehicle. And for the last 4 years, that's what I've been doing. I haven't had a car payment. So that's a big stress off of the table. Instead of paying $500, $600, $700 for a car, I put that money into the business, into investments that fuel my net worth. Because that's what I'm trying to do right now, is to build wealth, right? So when you're trying to do certain things, your actions have to align with what it is that you're trying to do. It just doesn't pass the common sense test for me to have a car note during that time. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to go out and get a nice car at some point, because I am. But there is a period of sacrifice. And I think too few of us are willing to make sacrifices. Yeah, we say, oh, okay, I'm going to go out and make sacrifices. But when you start to look at your lifestyle, you can't see the sacrifices. Check this house out that I live in. I only pay $902 per month on this house. So I don't have the big overhead that most people have, so I can build my business in peace and without all of the unnecessary stress. That is the key. Get your liabilities taken care of. Align your lifestyle with what it is that you want to achieve. If you want to achieve some type of wealth, if you want to create a net worth of $100,000 or $200,000 or whatever your goal is, $1 million, then your actions start to align with what it is that you want. So instead of going out and buying things and just paying for those things and those things taken away from your wealth, you use that money now to fuel your own wealth. Doesn't that pass the common sense test if you're really trying to build a business, if you're trying to build wealth? So I live by the philosophy that we should get control of our assets as quickly as possible. When you have control over your asset, you own that asset, then there are no longer payments. So I want to own my house as quickly as I possibly can, because when I don't have payments, then I'm free to do with that money, invest that money however I want. That's when you can really start to build wealth, when your money is not going out toward those big things like a house payment or a car payment. Also, I want you to take a look at downsizing your life, because I believe that gives you the best chance to build a successful business. And at the end of the day, that's what we want to do. We don't want to just build a business. We want to build successful, long-lasting businesses. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I certainly hope this information has been helpful. If you want to learn more about the freight broker business, I'll leave a free link in the description. It's my 5-video series, and I titled it, How the Load Movement Process Works. Here is what it's going to do. It's going to bring you into the office with me and give you a chance to just watch. Sit back and watch me talk to shippers, talk to carriers, to give you a better understanding of how this business works before you come into it. And then I'll also leave you a free video right here that shows you how much it's going to cost you to get your freight broker business up and running. So until the next time, I wish you the very best in your life and business. Remember, the bigger the lifestyle, the lesser chance you have at being a successful freight broker. So downsize the life. See you at the top, because the bottom is much too crowded.